East, man. We got the 4-5 matchup. We got the Cleveland Cavaliers versus the Raptors. Let me know, man, who are your X factors for this series and everything. Don't tell me your prediction until the end. Don't tell me your prediction until the end on who y'all think is gonna win. We'll decide how many games and whatnot at the end. But yeah, let me know what y'all looking forward to in this series. What y'all seeing? Yeah, go ahead, Mom.
I got my eye on Brandon Ingram. I think to this point, he's probably one of the more disrespected players in the NBA. Came out highly touted, has been pretty decent his entire career, has elevated himself to an all-star level player when he's healthy. And I think if he wants to become a household name and elevate himself into the conversations he's being left out of, I think this is the series to do it. I don't think Cleveland is honestly that good of a team. I think with James Harden as your head of the snake, there's an obvious defensive weakness there. There's an obvious Luka-esque element there where you can kind of, attack James Harden the same type of way, play with his conditioning the same type of way. But this Toronto team is just so long and athletic and young. Pause. Long and athletic and young. And I just think if they want to take that next step, this is the game. And they have a bunch of players on their roster who understand that. And I think Cleveland, they probably might be turning the page on this chapter, depending on how this series goes. They might be turning the page on this chapter pretty soon. But I'm taking Toronto, and I think, my eyes are on Brandon Ingram. Can Brandon Ingram elevate himself to the level that he should have been at, pretty much, his entire career? He should be in that conversation. So is he ready to elevate himself into that conversation?
For the Toronto, it would be Brandon Ingram. Going to need a good series from him to move on. For the Cavs, I mean, I don't know, because they can get away with Mobley having a bad game and Allen having a bad game. I would say probably Harden, in terms of like playmaking wise. I think Harden needs to like average at least 7 to 8 assists a game, and at least give them 15. So I would say Harden. I don't think they have anyone to guard Bi, but I do think if they just force everything to the paint, it would be a lot tougher because for one, I think Scotty might struggle scoring. Emmanuel quickly is out, it looks like, for the series. So I'm not a fan of RJ Barrett, respectfully. I really don't think he's good at all. So it's like I don't know where that other scoring is going to come from, but I think the issue is Toronto's going to struggle to score.
But based on your explanation, though, Brandon Ingram is the perfect player to play against a paint-packed defense because he will shoot that mid-range, and he will shoot it until it falls, and he won't go away from it. So,
but he's not about to beat them by himself. That's the issue because
it's not.
Scotty can't really score outside the paint for real. And Jakob Poeltl, I mean, we're not worried about that. It really comes down to RJ Barrett. I guess he was the X factor on the Raptors. He has to at least give them like 20 a game, like nothing less. He has to at least give them 20, an efficient 20 a game, going left and right.
Now that you say that, it might come down to the 3-point line for Toronto. Now I'm not thinking about it because you're right. A lot of their players don't really shoot the ball well from the perimeter. I mean, you got Quickly. You got a bunch of young guys in their camp that kind of like would take on that, I guess, responsibility of having to make shots. So that could be a tough element for young players coming into a playoff series.
Damn. All right. So I think on paper, a lot of people look at this series and think the Raptors are just a walkover team, which kind of makes sense. But the Raptors are a really good defensive team. I definitely could see them possibly winning 2 games here. They're a really good defensive team. I think Jacoby Walters needs to play a lot, and Colin Murray Broyles. I feel like they're really good off ball, just playing the gaps and whatnot. It's gonna be tough though. I mean, Jamal hangs his hat on defense, especially if Emmanuel quickly doesn't play. They're gonna have to find another scoring option though, like you guys are saying. Brandon Ingram, unless he about to average like 27 this series. I just feel like it's gonna be tough to score. Like the Cavs are still a good defensive team, and they can still shoot the ball very well from 3. And then now you got James Harden, running the controls up top. Mobley, I hope they stagger their minutes, Mobley and Allen, because Mobley, like we were talking about earlier, AJ, Mobley does play better without Allen on the floor. I don't know if it's just the lane being clogged or whatnot. He's just a little bit more aggressive lately. But Mobley has definitely improved this game as of late. And then Donovan Mitchell, I just don't know who's going to guard him. I really don't. I mean, maybe you put Scotty on him. Maybe you put Jacoby Walters and just have him just disrupt. But the Cavs are usually a team that plays subpar in the playoffs as of recent. But I think that yeah, man, the Raptors are gonna have a tough time scoring. I feel like that's where we're gonna have a lot of scoring droughts from the Raptors. Anyways, with that being said, I feel like we all know who our pick is. Can you give me the winner in how many games?
I'll let you go first, AJ. I'm still.
I got the Cavs in like 6. Yeah, I got Cavs in 6.
Give me the Cavs in 7, but I really want to say Toronto. I really want to, because I think that defense in the playoffs, it goes a long way. And I think naturally just being out there, you can find scoring, especially when you got guys like James Harden who might lapse on defense. But those bigs protecting that paint, that might be an issue for Toronto. So I'm going to go with the Cavs in 7.
I'm gonna go with the Cavs in 5, bro. I think it's just gonna be too hard to score. I think the Cavs are a team that know that this is their not last ride, but this is a very pivotal year before they start making big changes. They already got rid of Garland. If they lose this series, oh my goodness, they might get rid of Mobley, Allen, or some more shit. I don't even know. But yeah, Cavs in 5. I think you got a playoff experience team here. Good year for the Raptors. Good building block, getting back to where they used to be. But just the road ends here. Moving on, we got